At the degree level, the policy recommended establishing a 3 year honors program so that students could learn practical skills together with the theory, content, and information. The 3 year honors program was started. The aim of the program was to provide time for practical hands-on experiences, not simply to increase the theory load for the students. This was seen as a step in the right direction because without practical hands-on skills, students would not be successful if they went for further education abroad or they went into a job market trying to get a job for themselves. Of course, by 1992, technology had taken over quite heavily, and so a focus on educational technology was imperative in this policy. Educational technology, educational equipment, and information technology will be used to promote education, and the use of media will be made to give formal and informal education to the public. With the computer picking up and with the computers becoming PCs and PCs getting into laptops, and today, of course, we have no excuse for not using technology in our classrooms. But even then, in 1992, the policymakers had the vision to see the importance of technology, to see the rapid changes technology was making, and how that technology could impact education. If our students were to be successful and at par in the real world, we would have to do things in technology and information fluency to help these students get to that level with students in the developed world. So the focus was to promote technology under this policy. The focus was to use media in terms of promoting technology and in teaching, even in our classrooms. Televisions came about, VCRs and those kinds of things came about, but the computer really revolutionized and changed education forever. Some revolutionary proposals were offered to check malpractices in the examination branch, examination system, and examination centers. So the 1992 policymakers were aware of the weaknesses in our examination cells across the country. From paper setting to examining to students in examination rooms giving papers, and they proposed some revolutionary changes. Obviously, the proposal, if it stays on paper, is not going to be implemented. Implementation of this was to happen. It was seen as necessary, and because the boards were the only authorities responsible for secondary and higher secondary education, which is the matric results and the intermediate results, a lot of nonsense was seen to be happening in a number of boards in different capacities, in different ways. Everybody was not involved, but somebody certainly was involved. And the 92 policy makes a strong recommendation about changing this to make sure that what the students have learned, what the students have done on an exam is really their own work. So it is the students, it is the paper setters, it is the examiners who check the papers. They should all do their work diligently. The paper setter should set the papers diligently. The students should attempt the papers diligently, and the examiners should check the papers diligently. Yes, when checking of papers goes into hundreds of thousands of papers with a limited number of examiners, it still can be an issue. So how does one increase the number of examiners appropriate to do their jobs?